Hi, this is Mark from Skywagon University. We're up here at Scappoose, Oregon with Jim Vanek of SportCopter. And here's the M2. We were here, there's a video previous to this. If you look back in the archives, there's a video of this where we came up and Jim spoke to us in detail about one they were building and some of the design features of it. Today we're going to fly it.
Yep.
Good. So Jim, thanks very much for having us again.
Thank you for coming.
And tell us some of the things that you've done.
Unique features, of course it's a gyroplane, the blades are not powered, but we have a pre-rotor, and our pre-rotator, depending on the blade, we can get up to 350, that's way above flight speed. Flight speed generally about 330, right in there, but these blades will actually get in the air at 275, break ground. It's pretty amazing. And that's one of the reasons this machine takes off so fast and why it performs like it does. And obvious things, the chin bubbles, not more visibility, and the pylons are narrow here, better visibility. And we put in this top, which is really nice, glass top, and when you're banking the aircraft, you can see out the roof, and that way you can see other traffic as you're banking. This machine is aerobatic. I can loop and roll this aircraft. It's very unique. I don't have a restriction anything above 40 degrees of pitch or 60 degrees of bank like my competitors. The other unique features is this whole machine is pre-preg carbon fiber, and we have a cast-ring nose wheel, adjustable rudder pedal rack, toe brakes, and you can adjust that rack. And the reason you do that is these seats are designed for a hard vertical impact, so your thighs need to be at the right angle to protect your spine. So this machine has some unique features no other machine has in the world. In fact, a lot of airplanes.
And one of those is the free cast-ring nose wheel.
Free cast-ring nose wheel. So when you're ruddering, you can see the nose will actually turn. And that happens when I rudder the aircraft. The nose will swing automatically just from the wash.
So it won't ever...
Well, you could come in crooked, 20 degrees or more, and touch down. I've got videos of me landing crabbed, and the machine just whips straight all by itself. So what's nice about that is...
But that's when one would roll over normally, right?
Correct. And what's nice about that is when you're correcting for crosswind and your nose comes down, you never have to worry about the machine getting out of control. And the rest of the world, that's how they do it. They connect it directly, and what happens is that the fork goes forward, and then when you come down a little crooked or you're corrected for crosswind, you can't catch it fast enough. It's impossible. So it's an extreme safety feature, and for rough field use, the trailing link suspension is amazing how well it works. And then of course we have shocks on the main gear, and if I push that around you can see it. And so I could be 5 feet in the air and below the landing and drop right in, and the gear comes down about 11 inches and it absorbs that impact.
And no other auto gyros have got shock
Not
absorbers.
yet, but I believe this part we're getting copied right now, but not everything. So the other unique feature is the in-air suspension. I think since the last time you were here, this might be brand new. The mast can move up and down and also orbit and help absorb the 2 bump per rev. So when we bank a hard turn, it's just dead smooth. It's really nice. There's a little bit of movement in it right now because of these big blades.
That means less wear, less
wear and tear, the nodes of frequency are smoother, makes everything last longer. And I've been flying this really hard before we put any of them out. Okay, so the adjustable rudder pedal rack. You're ruddering, you have toe brakes, but you can just simply pull this back and you can get way back here. So somebody like 5'2", it fits them, and then people all the way up to 6'6", it works really good.
Because the seat doesn't move.
Seat doesn't move, pedals have to move, right. But it also gives us the proper angle for spinal protection.
So there's some unique features on these SportCopters. Jim, just explain some of the pre-rotator features on it.
Yes, so I decided that for training purposes, dual control, but it needs to be on the outside because this particular machine is made for mustering cattle, so we want things out of the way like the U control, and then both the throttles are connected and the pre-rotator handles are connected. But I wanted to make sure that nobody forgot to disengage the rotor brake. So right here, you see this little button right here lifts up, and it disengages, and I lift it up, and I push that down, and it locks. Now, if you completely forgot, when I grab the pre-rotator, getting ready to pre-rotate, I pull this up, automatically disengages. Demonstrate that again. Grab the pre-rotator, disengages. Now I grab the pre-rotator, come up and it locks, and then it's a clutch, and as it spins up, you're slowly tightening it. Then you're revving the engine up, and then you simply pull back, let go, and take off. Really easy to operate.
So what would happen if you took off with your pre-rotator still engaged?
Well, you wouldn't, because it'd be like landing with your gear up. Okay.
Okay.
It's just a procedure you don't do. What would happen is you'd feel it. You'd feel the vibration in the system, and you might have to add a little bit more rudder because Have I engaged it in the air? Hell yes, because it makes a slower approach. But I don't. You can really get slow adding just 5 RPM, but you have to stuff a lot of pedal in, and you could over torque it.
Okay. So we've heard the theories and we've seen the machine. Now I get the privilege of flying with Jim Vanek.
Woohoo!
Let's do it. What's it like climbing into a machine that you built and designed from zero?
The first time? Interesting, because you've got a bunch of parts that you're flying in the air with. That's what it feels like. When you think about it, that's truly what's happening.
I know, it's just like
a bunch of tubing that you're flying on.
And you're remembering that weld you did. Yeah.
Oh, trust me, during the construction, I'm looking at everything, the welding and every little tiny piece.
So just talk through the process of various things.
Yeah, okay, so right now I just use the trim system to trim up, to make sure that I can just put it right here. This has got the stock box, so what it's doing is I'd automatically adjust the pitch of the prop. I don't like that feature, and so we're trying not to use it anymore, is the plan. And just because, it's kind of hokey system, because you never know when it bites in really good. I want fine pitch, but it's working. I did started it, and then the EMS goes off, and I'm just setting the altimeter and everything like you normally would.
Are we really at sea level?
555 feet above.
Wow.
Yeah, we really are. And down there is like about 20 feet lower.
Wow.
Crazy. It actually registers. Okay, so now rotor brake is disengaged and pre-rotator is engaged, and I barely move it. The first place, the first location. And now what that's doing is it's slipping the belt.
Ah, yes.
Okay? Because that's a 30-foot diameter, with a 5-inch wheel driving 30 feet. So you've got to give it time to spool up. So I move a little, one notch at a time, like right there. And
then there's a point where it's direct drive.
Right, no slipping. Coming up here in a second. You'll hear it synchronized right now. You're starting to hear that noise? Like that. And we're fully engaged, and then from there I can spin up. But there's no point in it because I can taxi and have the rotors gone. So the stick comes all the way back and a little forward. That way I can always feel the flap. And yeah, you're farther forward, that's good. So I got the stick back and taxiing, unlike a lot of other brands. They don't do that, and that's because of the nose wheel being connected. It's too spooky to do both. To have the rotors turning and taxiing around.
So that's rotor speed now, it's 99.
Yep, now there's 100, and while I'm taxiing, it's going to spool up. I got too much vibration on that camera.
Oh no, it dampens it all out.
No, we'll see.
Really?
That's a weird note of frequency. I was wondering what that was going to do. There's going to be a brace here for the window, and I haven't put it in yet. It doesn't need it, but I'm going to put it in case of a rollover. This becomes then like the panel becomes a rib to the frame to the top.
Right.
So it keeps it from like a trouble zone, So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cross over to Alpha now, and I'll do a takeoff run there and just fly around once just to check it all out, and then we'll land, and then they're probably still getting ready. I think Red SportCopter will depart on the Alpha taxiway at 15.
And Scappoose traffic, there'll be gyroplane traffic over the east open field at 500 feet and below, near the taxiway, or the using taxiway also on Scappoose. Alrighty. So now, with all this freeness that we have with the pre-rotation, and rather than grinding the pre-rotator to death, I'm using our forward speed to spin. And
Smooth area traffic, runway
there it
42
is.
Lima, turning left downwind, runway 15, touch and go, smooth. Scappoose traffic, Skyhawk 1672 Charlie, final runway 15, touch and go, smooth.
I'm going to do a thing called balancing as part of the training. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling the stick back all the way when the blade is spun up enough, and right in here, the nose will get light. There it is. So I can taxi with the nose up and rudder back and forth. I can wiggle the rudders, touch the nose, and back up again. It just doesn't matter.
She's ready, isn't she?
Oh yeah. And the prop has to pitch a little bit to get my speed up. And here we go. There's the drone. And I'm going to skid by here. And they weren't ready for that.
There's the plane.
Yeah.
Charlie, upwind runway 15, left traffic, smooth.
Jimmy, you there?
Yeah, I can hear you. We're filming with the drone. Smooth traffic, runway 42 Lima, left base, runway 15, touch and go.
Notice how I climbed out of the turn? Because the rotor's spun up. There's something right there. Look at that.
Like a parachute or something.
Yeah, it is. Oh, that's not good. See, I could trim this thing up in whatever way I want to go.
Traffic runway 42 Lima, turning final, runway 15.
That's like some sort of weather balloon. Maybe. Looks like smoke almost. Oh, I'm going to land and see what they're up to. I'll do a turn here. That way the drone can see me and he can practice one thingy jiggy.
You can't do this in your average gyrocopter, swiveling in around in its own space. There's that 172.
Yeah, there's the drone and go whack it with the rotor blades. Get down here a little bit and spin and launch. I'll get down to this tree right here.
Smooth traffic, runway 42 Lima, on the upwind, runway 15, remaining in the pattern.
So how come you can do such dramatic turns on the ground without precession of the blade trying to tip it over?
I keep it flat.
Oh, okay. Drone, right?
Scappoose traffic, Skyhawk 1672 Charlie, turning left base, runway 15.
If the stick was back and you turn, then the blades would flap.
Oh, yeah.
But because I
Smooth
shove
traffic,
it,
runway 42 Lima, left crosswind, runway 15, touch and go, smooth.
it's like that thing went further away or something. Huh. That's just weird.
Yeah. He's videoing us right now for this. This is going to be good. So you want to get 200?
Maybe, yeah. It's not going to take off quick. I never set anything up to do that.
traffic, runway 42 Lima, now turning left downwind, runway 15. Go.
Gotta get the RPM back
Cruise
up
traffic,
again.
Skyhawk 1672 Charlie, final runway 15. Go.
Now wherever that drone is at. I'm at 70, I'm not going to get down to 30. You're just going to have to get me going by until I'm solo. I'll get away from him a little bit. I'll turn this way just in case I can't see the damn thing.
Scappoose area traffic, stationary 8273 Zulu, descending out of 4,500, about 7 miles east of the airport, over the river. We are descending in conjunction with a unmanned balloon that is descending over the river in this area as well for Scappoose traffic. Unmanned balloon. That 206 is descending with an unmanned balloon.
Interesting.
Military traffic, runway 42 Lima, turning left base, runway 15. Full stop. Get wrong.
Again, I don't see the drone anywhere.
Caboose traffic, Pacer 7822 Delta, over Sturgeon Lake. We're inbound for the 45 for runway 15. Caboose.
Caboose traffic, Skyhawk 1672 Charlie, turning left across runway 15.
Okay, there's the drone. Nope, that's not the drone. I thought I saw it.
Oh, it is. Oh, no.
Yeah,
Military traffic, runway 42 Lima, turning final runway 15. Please stop via Bravo.
I don't. Oh, there's the drone.
Caboose traffic, Skyhawk 1672 Charlie, turning left downwind, runway 15.
Caboose traffic, Pacer 7822 Delta is on the 45. I've got the downwind traffic in sight. We'll follow behind Caboose.
It's hot or fat with people and fuel. You got to be careful, you know. I'm not gonna do anything stupid. Where's that drone at? I don't see it. Yeah, kind of like lunge that it does. It's repitching itself is what it's doing, which is fine, but you know what's weird is that the wind's blowing this way and that object went the other way. That's interesting.
Caboose traffic, Pacer 7822 Delta is in the downwind for full stop, runway 15. Caboose.
This Scappoose area traffic, just be aware there is a unmanned balloon descending over the river directly east of the airport. Currently descending to 2,500.
So look for the drone. Where do you see it at? I don't know where it's at.
Caboose traffic, Skyhawk 1672 Charlie, turning left base, runway 15. Traffic runway 42 Lima, clear runway 5 is Bravo.
The unmanned balloon is descending over the river, probably about 1,500 feet, and directly east of the airport, Scappoose.
Scappoose traffic, Skyhawk 1672 Charlie, final runway 15, touch and go.
It's landed right near them. Yep. And I'll jump out.
Yep.
And we'll get some of you doing some maneuvers coming into land.
There's the drone.
Scappoose traffic, Pacer 7822 Delta is turning base for 15, Scappoose.
And flare time.
Oh, wow.
That's what you don't get used to is in the airplane is I can stop.
God, it's just so short. And you'll
It could be way shorter than that if I want.
Okay.
So, we survived that. That was absolutely fantastic. Jim, thanks very much. I hope
Good job, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. If you like this video, we have many others. We have a prequel to this video and then a lot of other different videos on the channel. Just click on the little subscribe down here and click on the bell and you'll get notifications of other videos similar to this. So this is Mark at Skywagon University in Scappoose with Jim Vanek with the M2 gyrocopter. So thanks for watching.